Back in my day, video games only had one button. Activision Classics for the PlayStation 1 takes 30 of Activision's Atari 2600 games and brings them into the modern age for that time period, and onto the PlayStation 1. Let's go over the packaging! However, today's gonna be pretty unique, since we actually have 4 packaging options to go over, since there's too many games for me to cover in one video, so we're only going over 3. But let's go over the packaging for the disc itself first, then we'll go into the sub-packaging of the specific games. The PlayStation 1 disc is red with the name Activision Classic Games on top, and with the PlayStation logo on the left-hand side. The cover art has a television with the words Activision Classic Games inside, with Atari 2600 box art in the background. The back page has a list of all the games in it, as well as some gameplay screenshots and a description of what the game is. So, now you may be asking, Noah, what games are you going to go over? There's 30 to choose from, which ones? Well, I'm going to go over the games that I want to talk about, which are Kaboom, Pitfall, and Dragster. Pitfall was originally released for the Atari 2600 in 1982. The player controls Pitfall Harry, who has a time limit of 20 minutes to search the jungle for treasure. The game also has enemies and hazards that can make you lose lives or points. The game came in a green box with a drawn image of what the game kinda looks like, with the words Pitfall atop the cross. Across the top. Oh boy. Next up is Kaboom. Kaboom was released in 1981, and the game consists of you catching bombs being thrown off of the top of a building by the Mad Bomber. Eventually, it speeds up, and you have to catch these bombs with water buckets in order to stop them from blowing up. Now, this game was originally controlled with something called the paddle, which was pretty much just a knob that you twist to make the water buckets move. And this movement wasn't, ported very well. The analog sticks for the original PlayStation 1 aren't compatible with it on the Atari collection, so you're stuck using the D-pad, which works, but it's not really as nice and precise as a paddle would be. I think they should have made a paddle accessory for it, but that probably would have made it cost more money. The game came in a purple box with another artist's rendition of the game on the front and the word Kaboom with an exclamation point across the top of the box. And finally, we have Dragster. Dragster is a racing game, and it was released in 1980 by Activision, and it was one of their first ever games. The point of the game is to either beat your opponent or to race against the clock for the best time. This game actually has some controversy surrounding it, and this is because of the world record. In 1982, Todd Rogers claimed the world record with a time of 5.51 seconds until, in 2018, Twin Galaxies and Guinness World Records removed his world record, resetting it back to what it was before at 5.57 seconds. This is because a time of 5.51 seconds is impossible to get without hacking the game. The box art is a darker purple than Kaboom and has two cars racing against each other with red, yellow, and orange lines and a trail of smoke behind them. It also has a badge across it saying a new game cartridge for your Atari video game system. Overall, it's a great compilation of Activision's earliest hits. However, some of the controls just don't hold up. That doesn't mean it isn't good, family-friendly fun for a few minutes. Now, if you'll excuse me, we're having pea soup down at the cafeteria. Oh, my back!